Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Tyson. I'm glad to be back on camera. I haven't been on camera in like a month, I think. So I'm glad to see you guys. I hope y'all are doing all right today. I'm doing fine. I'm gonna try to wrap this video up real quick so I can go out, back out and do my private work. But with that being said, today's video is requested from Johanna Booker. And I basically said in my features and video, go check that out by the way, as well as the rest of the Black male accountability segments. I see people are liking those. My engagement is going up. And like I said, I'm not stopping the series. We're just gonna put it on ice for a little bit. I kind of want to cover some other stuff. So with that being said, excuse me, and you can always let me, if there's something you want me to talk about, just let me know down below. Just like this video. So with that being said, we're gonna go into my thoughts on Kanye West. And I'm kind of gonna do this the same fashion that I did the Candace Owens video. I'm not just gonna go in right from the jump. I don't think Kanye West needs as much of a background as Candace Owens, you know what I'm saying? Because people know who Kanye is. But for fuck's sake, Kanye West, the human. American rapper, producer, and fashion designer. Age 43. His mother, Donda, passed away November 10th, 2007. He has children with Kim Kardashian, 4 to be exact. Northwest, Saint West, Palm, Psalms West. I could never pronounce that name. And Chicago West. All right. And then Kanye West, the musician. I don't think anybody can negate his extensive rap sheet, regardless of how you feel about his recent antics. Even off of the raps, just the beats and producing alone. But, like, he's been behind a lot of projects, you know what I'm saying? And not to mention the artists he's given us and cultivated, like Tiana Taylor. Go check out Tiana Taylor's album if you have not heard it. Banging album. But with that being said, real quick, the College Dropout 2004, Late Registration 2005, Graduation 2007, 808s and Heartbreaks 2008, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy 2010, Watch the Throne 2011, Kanye West Presents Good Music, I'm assuming that's like an artist compilation, 2012, Yeezus 2013, The Life of Pablo 2016, Yay 2018, Kids See Ghosts 2018, and Jesus is King 2019, which that must be the gospel album. All right, so we'll get there. On how I feel about that. Hopefully, if I don't forget. Y'all know how analytical I can get with these videos. But at any rate, so now that we've given a background as far as, who the human is, we can go right into the meat and potatoes of the video. So, my thoughts on Kanye West's political stance as well as his hypothetical presidency. Now, I want to make it clear, as a Black man in America, I am neither Democrat nor Republican. I would categorize myself more as like center, and I haven't spoke about politics much on this channel because it just, people bring emotion to logical conversations, and that's a pet peeve of mine. Like, I see all these people doing these call-in shows and shit, and as my channel grows, I would like to do that, but I'm not gonna go back and forth with you on shit that I already know, and we're not gonna be cussing each other out for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's a pet peeve of mine though. Like, if we're gonna have a debate, we can have a debate, but once it starts turning into yo mama and all this stuff, I'm tuned out. So like all that below the belt shit, it's not necessary. It's not conducive to any progress. So nonetheless, I would say I'm more so in the center. I take what I like from Republicans, take what I like from Democrats, and boom, pro-choice. I am pro-choice. I've seen too many children brought up in poverty that didn't have to be brought up in poverty. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe in our community, we indirectly and directly preach against abortion, even when it's to the detriment of us. I would much rather if for example, a Black girl got pregnant and, she had sex. It is what it is. It happens. I'm not going to demonize her for that. But she ends up having sex with her boyfriend at age of 16. He obviously is an ain't shit ass nigga. He is not going to stay for this baby. I would much rather her do what needs to be done, get her education, get out of the hood, go get her hypergamy on, all that shit, marry up, and then try again in 8 to 10 years. I would much rather her do that. Just because, you know, like the survival mindset is something I'm tired of black people having to deal with. And that's just a painful part of the conversation. It's a painful truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to act like the act of abortion is a simple thing. That can be very draining. I had a family member who spoke to me about her abortion, and I cried on instant when I heard that story. The descriptiveness, the moment that you have on a toilet, it's a lot. But nonetheless, so I'm pro-choice. I don't really know any, I can't think off the top of my head any Republican values that I do agree with. But nonetheless, there's fault in both parties. I do feel like a lot of black people preach Democrat. One, because, well, I mean, not one, but for one reason, Barack Obama, let's just be honest. Even though he's a biracial man, you know, a lot of black people resonated with, you know, wanting to see a black person in power. Also, Republicans, let's just be honest, 9 times out of 10, they're either racist or have racial tendencies or undertones to them. Excuse me. So, I can see, and I feel like maybe Democrats have played on that fact. You know what I'm saying? As far as, well, look what they do. You know, So maybe they played on that as far as black people's psyche, which has made black people be so, like, pro-Democrat. I'm not sure. But with the limited research that I do have, I know I'm not either or. And as far as voting, I am, I want Trump gone, but last time I went with the lesser of two evils and it didn't work out anyways. I voted Hillary and Trump still got in. So I don't know. But nonetheless, as far as Kanye West, my issues with him and his political stance was not that he was Republican. It was that he endorsed Trump. We all know what Trump stands for at this time. You can feel free to disagree. Trump is a racist, misogynistic asshole. A narcissistic asshole. Yeah, it is what it is on that. And the fact that the signs were there. It's not like he had racial undertones to him. Like, we knew. You know what I'm saying? You had videos of little kids, like him trying to hug little black kids and stuff. And you know, kids, they tell the truth. So some of them, I remember there's one little black girl, he tried to hug her, do something. She backed up. She's like, whoa, homie. So, like, there was steps there. There was things there that should have told black people, Trump is not the option for black people. Not saying Hillary was either, but Trump definitely wasn't. So the fact that he openly endorsed Trump, that was when I was done with him. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts as far as his political stance. What Trump represents, I'm not gonna... Black people, you have the right to be Democratic or Republican, whichever one, but I'm not going to... In my mind, there's no excuse for rooting for Donald Trump as a black person or a person of color. All right, so with that being said, now I want to go into what everybody's been talking about as far as the rallies, the state of his mental health, and is it all an act, basically? So with that being said, first off, my thoughts on his rally. What is with the vest? I'm not understanding. Had to get that out there, a little petty, but yeah. Next up, the way he handled the black girl versus the white girl, which I'm not surprised, because I mean, look who he married. But it just goes to show black women that whole caping for black men for no fucking reason, it's backfiring. It's I wouldn't say it's backfiring, but it's not doing anything for you. It's not. This white girl was getting crunk with him, like buck with him, like real crunk. And that ended in him hugging her. You know what I'm saying? That was a simple hug, and he was respectful with her and all that stuff. This black woman simply asked a couple questions. Black young lady, should I say. I think she's in around her 20s or so. Black young lady simply asked a few questions. And he started snapping on her, saying that, you know, you don't have a mask on, so we can't even see her face, which the crowd oohed, which I didn't get that part, because it's like, bitch, we in Corona. What the fuck?
Okay. On that note. So,
there's still a pandemic going on. So I didn't understand that part. People just want to be. And as far as that, I wasn't feeling that. I did see the lady's response. And yeah, he definitely knows. It definitely showed what he views as a human and what he views as subhuman. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, a lot of black women, that's how society views them. They view them as subhuman. So that's something to think about. Next time y'all crying or screaming to the top of your lungs, black kings and even the black queens, y'all, I really don't like, I feel like we should have black pride, but this deification shit, it kind of goes a little overboard. Like, you can't be a black king because you walk your daughter to the bus stop. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, you're not a black king because you clock into your 9 to 5 every day for the last 3 years. That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of give this title out a little too loosely. But next time y'all are screaming that, and I'm not saying people have done it for Kanye West, but I mean just in general, think about this. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West, the interaction that he had with the black woman versus that he had with the white woman, it is a reflection of how a lot of men, black men, are in our community, sadly. You know what I'm saying? They can look at a white woman and speak to her with respect. But when it comes to a black woman, it's bitch this and hoe that and you don't know shit and all this other shit. Next up, his use of hypoagency. The minute, I believe right after he got into it with a black woman. I'm not sure about right after, but I do believe after that, or anytime he would say something like a little crazy, which by the way, the tea he was spilling, the dirt he was spilling was something else. Anytime he say something too crazy, he would burst into these white woman tears. And we'll probably touch back on that. But next up, I do want to note that bipolar disorder is a serious topic as well as any other mental health issues. However, let's not play Peter Perfect with morality when it comes to people mocking people with mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all remember in school, you know, you have the special children or the special ed children. And, you know, one of them would make a noise out of nowhere and, you know, kids would laugh. You know what I'm saying? And some of them were just mean-spirited, evil-ass bastards. But some of them, you know, we didn't know any better. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, now we're grown. And I understand people's standpoint on that. However, I mean, there are still grown people who make jokes about 9/11. So expecting people to have, I wish we did live in a world where there was this blanket respect for everybody, regardless of if you know them or not. But that's not how the world works, sadly. Some people are going to be shitty when it comes to this topic. I'm going to try my best not to. So yeah, just understand that progression within any aspect of life, it takes time. And let's be vigilant that everybody moves at different paces. Whether you're talking about the LGBTQ plus community or veganism, whatever the situation is. So I want to go through this singer, this artist. Her name is Such. Y'all go check out her album. Very decent body of work. And I want to go through her tweets. She basically broke it down in a thread on Twitter that Kanye West literally stirs up controversy every time there's a drop. Somewhere near the drop. It could be after, it could be before. So I want to go through, and I'm reading this off my laptop. So, late registration, August 30th, 2005. 3 days later, Kanye West says Bush doesn't care about black people during a live telethon for Hurricane Katrina. Woke Kanye? Question mark, nah. Clever Kanye. He becomes the talk of every household for weeks. Late registration sells 3.1 million copies. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, November 22nd, 2010. On November 9th, Kanye West gets back in the news by arranging to be interviewed by Matt Lauer after calling Dubia a racist, a tightrope routine. Reminder, Matt Lauer is a sorry excuse of a human being. Sells 3.1 million. All right, these are out of order, I think. So, because, yeah, he had a few albums in between then. Let's see. See if I can get this back together. Okay, all right. All right, they may be a little out of order, but we'll just continue. All right, Life of Pablo, February 14th, 2016. That's when the album dropped. This led up to, the lead up to this one is lit. Spent the end of January Twitter feuding with Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose, then trended on fingers in the booty ass bitch. That was funny. Normalize fingering your man, women. That's you. Okay, no, let me relax. See, I sound like one of them. All right, let me calm down. Let me relax. So at any rate, his feud with Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose trending on February 9 for tweeting Bill Cosby innocent out of nowhere in the midst of a tidal wave of sexual assault accusations. A day after the release, in between praising his own genius, he tweets that he's $53 million in debt and that he's broke, and publicly begs Mark Zuckerberg and Larry Page for money and to invest $1 billion into his enterprises. More headlines, more trending. Pablo sells 94,000. Ye dropped June 1st, 2018. Kanye mostly disappears post-hospitalization for stress and sleep deprivation after ending 2016 dissing Jay-Z, Beyonce, Obama, and endorsing Trump. He resurfaced to go out in TMZ on May 1st, a month before the release, to say 400 years of slavery is a choice. The next day, he tweets a fake Harriet Tubman quote. The same Harriet Tubman he just said this past weekend didn't really free the slaves. He tweets similar nonsense and stays trending on and off all the way to the release. Ye sells 85,000 copies. And the tweets were, I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves, Harriet Tubman. When the media masses and scholars talk about what started today, here's the title, The Overground Hell Road. Jesus is King, October 25th, 2019. Kanye finds Jesus. He leads services and preach tweets, right-wing evangelism, prosperity gospel. Twitter loses his mind. I got a bridge from Hawaii to Alaska for anyone who thinks Jesus is King is about anyone other than Kanye. Sells 109K. Donda, July 24th, 2020. July 4th, Kanye West announced he's running for president. With everything from trying to divorce Kim to allegations that she cheated on him, every rambling tweet more shocking than the last, he's been the top trending topic on Twitter every other day since. This is yet another publicity stunt for declining relevance in sales by a man surrounded by a reality TV who have nothing to lose in this election, who craves the spotlight, thrives on controversy, and has capitalized off of it every single time we fall for it. Then she tweets, dropout and late registration defined my high school and early college years. I was rooting for Kanye up until now because I didn't want to let go. We do strange things as artists to promote music, but Kanye's made clear he cares about nothing and no one but Kanye. This doesn't mean he doesn't in fact have bipolar disorder. He absolutely should and needs to get help. It does mean any conversation about his mental state must include his obvious grasp for publicity and the lining of his pockets. I'm sure the reason why Kanye and Trump hit it off so well is because they see and admire the narcissist in each other. Our last real president called it, though, and we should call Kanye for what he is, a jackass. And neither he nor Trump gets a pass. All right, P.S. Compare and contrast this tweet from Kim in 2018 with her statement given earlier, giving billionaires a pass who actually have access to mental health care. I can't see the rest of that tweet, it cut off, but we know where she was going, and that's also another side that I have to this. To the media, this is the 2018 tweet. To the media trying to demonize my husband, let me just say this. Your commentary on Kanye being erratic in his tweets, being disturbing, is actually scary. So quick to label him as having mental health issues for just being himself when he has always been expressive is not fair. Compared to the 2020 tweet, we as a society talk about giving grace to the issue of mental health as a whole. However, we should also give it to the individuals who are living with it in times when they need it the most. I kindly ask that the media and public give us compassion and empathy that is needed so that we can get through this. Thank you for those who have expressed concern for Kanye's well-being and for understanding. With love and gratitude, Kim Kardashian West. She was not going to let go of that last name. All right, then she tweets, I was rooting for Kanye, but after seeing Kim's plea today, following years of her calling him a genius and encouraging him to run for president just 2 weeks ago, it's time we call bullshit. Kanye does this every time he's releasing new music. That was the first tweet, and then she went into the threads. But that also worked for a good outro. So, yep, those are all the tweets right there. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, so those are all the tweets. Again, go check out the artist Such, her album Wide Nose Full Lips. Definitely a great album. A lot of neo soul R&B in it. I like it. So with that being said, my views kind of align more with where she's at. And I think it's important that when we have these conversations, critical thinking is a must. Just because, we're acknowledging the fact that he does this every time before he drops music or after, you know what I'm saying? And I will say he's even smart enough in and of itself to where he's spacing it out. It's not like he's doing shit and then I do think this last current week he dropped something and it was literally like in the same week where he did the shit. So now it's just to a point where he doesn't give a fuck. But all these things, these events, they're spaced out pretty nicely. You know what I'm saying? That's how the mind of a narcissist operates. Now, as far as, like I said, all the morality, I need a name for them. Morality Melvins, you shouldn't diagnose, you shouldn't, da-da. If you talk like this in your day-to-day life, then shut up. I'm gonna need you to shut up. We're all human. We all say some fucked up shit behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is I'm on YouTube. So with that being said, I don't mind saying it. Kanye West does exhibit some narcissistic behaviors, as does Trump. And I do think that's a big part of why they could see each other in each other. And they're, you know what I'm saying, as far as them endorsing each other. So, with that being said, Kanye West as a whole today, as far as where I stand with him, I'm not going to take away from his musical genius. Nobody can. You know what I'm saying? As far as recent, I don't know. I have not listened to the gospel album. I have no interest in it. I've kind of been divested from him since the whole Trump thing. So yeah, that's my thoughts on him. I haven't heard the album. I didn't hear The Life of Pablo. I did hear the song where he addressed Jay-Z. I did hear that one, but I don't remember it. I listened one time and didn't hear it again. Yeah, like I said, when he started endorsing Trump, I was done with him after that. And then the Yeezy clothes and yeah. So at any rate, now I want to move on to my thoughts on the feedback he's getting. Now, as far as the paparazzi photo, If it is real and it's not staged, you know what I'm saying, that's fucked up that they can't even have a car, a moment in the car to themselves. If it's not staged, I don't put anything past these celebrities, especially not the KKK. So, with that being said, Kim's response, I like that the artist pointed that out. Just a couple years ago, he was a genius, all this other shit. Which leads me to believe maybe they're not getting him the proper help for his problems. You know what I'm saying? I know he said that they tried to make him take a psych evaluation and all this other shit. And you have to take what Kanye says with a grain of salt, because although we don't know what's wrong with him, people are saying it's bipolar disorder. He's not in his right mind. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to take everything he says with a grain of salt. I do believe that family is crazy as shit, though. And will do anything to stay in the spotlight. And they have a place in the hierarchy as far as socialism is concerned and classism, and they're going to stay there. As far as everything else he was saying about the abortion and all that, I know, they're open as far as their TV show is concerned, but they didn't want people knowing that shit. So he might want to watch out. I hope she really does love him, and he wasn't just her black dick fetish of the decade or whatever. Now, as far as the black women save us mentality, I am getting tired of this shit. This kind of ties into the premature dating that I brought up in Black Male Accountability, the very first episode. This is what good black men do. Give me 1 second, you guys. Alright, you guys, so I'm back. Sorry about that noise. That was Grubhub. Yeah, I need to wrap this shit up. This black women fix us, cry for help shit it's getting tiring. It's getting on my nerves. There was one tweet, I couldn't find it, but this man literally abrasively was he was putting quotes that black women are saying, and other black men who are in support of black women. Black men, we are not your therapist, something else. And he was like, if you feel that way, then just go, blah, 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 all this other shit. Knowing damn well with the double standard on interracial dating that you niggas have, if they decided to go, y'all would be crying. But that's another talk for another day. So with that being said, this man right here, he also posted Kanye West, he spelled it wrong, but Kanye West, hashtag Kanye West, is a perfect example of why, is a perfect example of exactly why black men need to marry black women. A black woman can nurture a black man physically and mentally if we allow them to. Don't at me either. I said what I said. And I reposted this on my Instagram. If you're not following me, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Go follow me on at _TYSONSMUSIC _ Tyson's music _ And my caption simply states, "Dear black men, black women are not your therapist." Normalize that. A lot of you men, what you're looking for is not love. It's not love. It's more, or it's not a stable relationship, spouse, fiance type of love. A lot of y'all are looking for love that you didn't have from your mother or your father. And I mean, let's be real, the black community, absentee parenting is not, we're not strangers to it. So a lot of us, have a lot of issues that are built up. But a lot of the times when these conversations are happening, it's not from a healthy standpoint of relationship. And my thing is, like I said in my Black Male Accountability series, Good Black Men, if you need therapy, go get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Black women are not here to be a fix-it woman. Now, as far as the trials and tribulations that y'all face together, that is okay. But, I mean, black women are not here to fix the time in high school when a girl said your black features were ugly. That's something you need to fix on your own. And if it's something that is not exactly that example, but if it's something like that that's affecting your dating life and your adult years, you need to go get help for that first before you date somebody. And that goes for a black man or a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thoughts on the black women save us mentality. And like I said earlier, y'all really need to think twice before y'all go caping for these niggas. Because look at the way Megan Thee Stallion's getting treated. I seen a man literally say that the reason why we didn't have sympathy for Megan is because she's aggressive in her rap persona. And I'm like, okay, but if somebody said that about Nipsey Hussle, y'all would be mad as fuck, right? Okay then. So let's not say stupid shit. So with that being said, final thoughts. Kanye West, is he bipolar? Yes. Is there something mentally wrong there? Yes. I'm not gonna say he's bipolar because I don't know that to be true. Let me make sure Kim didn't confirm that. I think she just referenced mental health. So is there something going on there? Yes. However, is he playing off on that for sales? Yeah. It seems to be a pattern. Like I said, logically speaking, this has nothing to do with emotion. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he, vetted Trump. It's just, it seems to be a pattern of you having controversy right before your music drops. And a lot of artists do this. So it's not really a surprise. As the artist mentioned earlier, we do weird shit to promote our shit. But when you're weaponizing mental health, I do have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, I'm not like personally hurt because as I told you, I'm not really invested in Kanye West like that anyways. You know what I'm saying? He's created a legacy for himself. Nobody can take that away from him, but he wasn't like a favorite of mine, like a top 5. But with that being said, hey, you guys, I wanted to come back in real quick and really drive home my point because I know I was trying to rush earlier. All right, let me try to break this down as much as possible. So, as far as whose responsibility it is to quote-unquote fix Kanye West, he is a 43-year-old man. That is the job of him, primarily, at this point in his life, and his wife. And even then, the earnest is going to fall on him because he's 43 years old. And at this point, he has to want to get the help. But that is on Kim Kardashian. That is not on, and Kanye West. That is not on the earnest of black women who don't fucking know Kanye West. It is not black women's job to fix random ass black men's problems. It is not the job of a hypothetical black woman that could have quote unquote saved Kanye West, as if that would have changed his mental health, him being with a black woman. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you niggas. Oh my God. Y'all really say shit like this, and you really mean it with all your chest. Oh my God. At any rate, it is not the job of black women to fix Kanye West. That is the job of his wife. And as far as people saying, oh, the Kardashians aren't for black men, whoop-de-doo, bitch, we been knew that. Ask Lamar Odom. We seen what this family can do, not only to black men, but white men too. Scott Disick. So Kanye West knew what he was getting into when he married that porn star. Let's just be honest and call a spade a spade. So with that being said, I don't feel bad for any of these people. I mean, I wish them the best. I don't wish them any bad, but I'm not caping for any of these people. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Grubhub is about to ring again. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below. If there's any videos y'all do want me to do, or topics y'all want me to cover, let me know down below in the comments. I will get back to y'all in the next video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Damn, I was trying to beat the ring. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna see what this order is. I will catch y'all in the next video. It was great seeing you guys. Bye.